Assalamualaikum dear students, this is Kizra Akib in your online class of English literature. Today we will discuss the 10th poem, The Castle by Edwin Moir. Girls, this is once again a war poem, and in this poem the poet has highlighted the fact that no matter how strong and well equipped you are in a battle, but the treason of only a single person can put you down. Whenever a great tree falls, there are two reasons. One, a strong storm from the outside, and the other, or the most dangerous reason, is a hole from the inside. And this hole from the inside is the infidelity or the treachery of your own person. This is what highlighted by Edwin Moir in this poem. Let's read the poem. All through that summer at ease we lay, and daily from the turret wall we watched the mowers in the hay, and the enemy half a mile away. They seemed no threat to us at all, for what we thought had we to fear, with our arms and provender, load on load, and towering battlements tier on tier, and friendly allies drawing near on every leafy summer road. Our gates were strong, our walls were thick, so smooth and high, no man could win a foothold there, no clever trick could take us, have us dead or quick, only a bird could have got in. What would they offer us for bait? Our captain was brave and we were true. There was a little private gate, a little wicket gate. The wizened warder let them through. Oh, then our maze of tunneled stone grew thin and treacherous as air. The cause was lost without a groan, the famous citadel overthrown, and all its secret galleries bare. Okay, let me explain the poem. All through that summer at ease we lay, and daily from the turret wall we watched the mowers in the hay, and the enemy half a mile away. They seemed no threat to us at all. It shows that the soldier and his army, they were well equipped and they were secured in their castle. There was nothing to worry about, and they were in perfect peace, and they were perfectly secure there. All through that summer at ease we lay. He said that we stayed in that castle with full peace throughout that summer, without bothering about anything, without taking tension of anything, because there was nothing to worry about. And daily from the turret wall we watched the mowers in the hay, and daily from the turret wall, the wall of the tower, that was high enough to look around the area. It was their daily routine to look from the turret, the wall of the tower, all around, and they could watch the mowers, the machines that are used to cut the grass. Hay means grass, and we could use the grass cutting machines cutting the grass all around, and the enemy half a mile away, and they could also see their enemy at a distance. They seemed no threat to us at all, as they were well equipped, well prepared, and well secured. That's why they were not worried about the approaching enemy. For what we thought had we to fear, there was nothing to fear about, and why should they be afraid? With our arms and provender, load on load. Arms means their war weapons, and provender means their food, because they had sufficient amount of arms, sufficient war weapons and food. That's why they were not worried about the provision of food and weapons. Our towering battlements, tier on tier, and the walls and roofs of the castle were also, you may say, well secured. Battlement means parapet that is placed on the castle roof for the security, and friendly allies drawing near on every leafy summer road, and their allies, their friends who were approaching to help them in the war, to assist them with their armies in the war, they were also very near to them. That's why there was nothing to be afraid. Our gates were strong, their gates were also secured. Our walls were thick, the walls were strong, so smooth and high, no man could win a foothold there. The walls and the gates were too much protected and thick that it was not possible for any single man to place even a foot over there. No clever trick could take us, have us dead or quick. No trick of the enemy could have them conquered, could have them dead or surrendered. Only a bird could have got in. There was only a narrow path from which a bird can sit there, but not a human being. What could they offer us for bait? Our captain was brave and we were true, and they also had not to worry about the bribery or anything else. They were not worried that anyone may tempt any of the soldier or the captain, because the captain was brave and all the soldiers were true, all the soldiers were loyal, all the soldiers were the true patriots. There was a little private gate. Now here he has highlighted the point which I discussed in the beginning of the poem, when I said that one of the major causes of a big tree to fall is a hole from the inside. Here he has highlighted this point. There was a little private gate, a little wicket gate. But there was a little very small narrow entrance. There was a little gate, private gate, too much narrow, just the size of a wicket, and the wizened warder let them through. But the keeper of that gate, who was the wizened means weak and aged, he let the enemy in through that gate. And now the infidelity and treachery of that warden, of that gatekeeper, put the whole army down. And they entered the citadel, they conquered the citadel, and they plundered the citadel. Then our maze of tunneled stone grew thin and treacherous as air. Now their underground labyrinth-like tunnels, they were in the hands of the enemy, grew thin and treacherous as air, and everywhere they could find only the treachery, the plotting, the infidelity, the disloyalty. The cause was lost without a groan, and they had lost the battle without even a single cry. The famous citadel overthrown, the citadel, the castle that was famous for its security, for its defense, for its strength, now it was overthrown, and all its secret galleries bare, and all the riches that were there inside it, they were open there for the enemy to be plundered and looted. So the main theme is infidelity and disloyalty, treachery of your own person that can cause an irreparable loss to you, an irreparable damage to you. Girls, you have to prepare its critical appreciation, MCQs, short questions and answers. Girls, I would also like to add that we have completed 10 poems up till now. From 24th December to 10th January, there are winter vacation. There will be no lecture during that period. Before winter vacation, this is your last lecture, and I would like to assign a test to you people. We have completed 10 poems up till now. You are required to prepare these 10 poems after your winter vacation. There will be a test from these 10 poems right after the vacation. You have to prepare the critical appreciations, short questions and answers, and MCQs from all these 10 poems. And the test will be on your college will start from 11th, and perhaps I will take the test on 14th or 15th. Okay, we will decide the date very soon. You have to prepare it. Okay, Allah Hafiz.